Hello, welcome to By Chelsea, or welcome back. I am Chelsea. I am a multi-passionate artist who talks about all things bougie and luxury and just an elevated lifestyle in general. Today, I'm actually not going to be talking about those things, but I am going to be talking about my February favorites. This is coming just a little bit late than I intended to, but better late than never, right? So let's get started. I don't want this to be too long. So the first things I'm going to be talking about are going to be like not that product related, but a little bit. You'll see. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is my slow cooker. I love my slow cooker, and every week I have been using it like clockwork, usually on Mondays, but I really do need to be using it on Sundays. But I love to just get a bunch of chicken breasts and throw them in the slow cooker with some chicken broth. There's a bird right outside my window right now. I love to just throw the chicken into the slow cooker and let the chicken cook. It could be like that all day if I cook it on low, or for a few hours if I cook it on high. And what I get is pulled chicken by the end of it. And I love that for me because that is a great source of protein and easy to put together meals. I also like to make rice and vegetables as well, but you can do that same day very easily. I like to food prep versus meal prep because I do get sick of the same meal over and over again. So to me, food prepping is just prepping the meat or the protein, and then as the week goes on, you cook the sides. That's really it. So I always have an instant source of protein and then just easy to put together meals all week long. I love this, and it has been working so well for me and my family, and they seem to really love it because they also need their protein. And you can do this with pork and beef, but I just prefer to use chicken because it's leaner. There's really no disadvantage to eating chicken like there is with pork and beef. For me, I prefer chicken, and chicken is very easy to dress up and make into a different flavor. So the slow cooker, if you don't already have one, I suggest buying one. If there's one thing you should buy in this life, it's to make your life easier when it comes to cooking. Honestly, that is actually a really good life elevating tip, honestly. It really is. Save time and slow cook, okay? So the next thing on my list is a monthly planner. I got this 2025 planner from Harbor. I will have like the full name right here, but I just prefer a monthly planner over a weekly planner because to me, it's all the same because a weekly planner and a daily planner are pretty much the same thing unless you add the hours and stuff. But this is what my monthly planner looks like. It is a month on 2 pages, and it just works really well. I really like the layout of this, and I also really love that there's actually space to write things. So the Moleskine monthlies used to look like this, but they changed them, and now the months are much smaller, and I don't know why. But my mom gave me this idea of kind of just like decorating the month as it goes. I haven't done March yet. I am behind on March. Like February flew by. So I just did not plan March out like I wanted to. So it is still blank, but I will get to that very soon. But yeah, I just love the idea of a monthly planner versus a weekly. I don't keep up with weekly planners, and I certainly don't keep up with daily planners. So for me, I like to do the month and then add it in digitally. Why did I say it like that? Pretty much everything is added digitally after the fact. Last month, I went and saw Captain America Brave New World. When you buy your tickets, it automatically kind of puts the date in there. So some things are just automated. When I bought my tickets to take my boyfriend to see WWE SmackDown, also automated. But certain things like birthdays are not automatic. So there are some things that I do have to like go in and do. I don't put bills in here because I do tend to remember my bills. I also get emails. But anything that's like girls' dinner, you know, when the Grammys came on, I put that down. I did not put the Oscars down. Oh wait, the Oscars came on in March. Never mind. Birthdays. And I also put some of my content stuff down in here. I would actually like to put more of my content in here because I don't have too much personal things going on to like crowd it. So I do want to put some of my content in there, especially like YouTube videos and maybe blog posts. I feel like I can do both. Okay, let's move on to technology. So the first thing I want to talk about in technology is this DJI mic. I am currently using it now to record this video, and I love the quality of the sound. It is just a step above the Rode mic. I still love my Rode mic, don't get it twisted, but I love the DJI. And the DJI just is a little bit better because you can actually record voiceovers on the DJI. And I just think that's a cool little feature. And You don't have to worry about sitting at a desk and doing the voiceovers on there. Personally, I like to use it with my Pocket Osmo 3 because it just goes together automatically. If I turn on the mic, it connects automatically. So it just works out. But I do like to do voiceovers on my other Rode mic because it's like butter. It is like butter when you record on that mic. So there are just different mics that I use for different things, but I am trying to use the DJI a little bit more just because it's so portable, it's so small and compact. It just works for me. I really love the DJI and I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, even though this was a birthday gift. But yeah, I need to use this more often and I have been lately, and I'm just like, yeah, like I can use this for my sit down videos. I don't need to pull out my big camera, and there's so much connection going on and I don't have to do that with the DJI products. So it just works. The other thing is if I buy another mic, someone could be sitting next to me also using a mic. I like that. That is so cool to me. The Rode does do that as well, so I can't say that the other mics don't do that, but it just seems so much easier for the DJI to do it. I don't know, it's sorcery. Okay, so the next technology item is this magnetic phone holder, and it vacuum seals. I'm sure you've heard that noise before. So this doesn't usually work on walls, but I guess if you push down hard enough, it does. And then you can just, obviously you have to have a magnetic phone case, I believe, to get it to do this. It does move. And you just have this, lots of different angles. The only thing is, in the other version of this, you can pull this out and it comes up. So I do believe you can film with your back facing camera, which I would prefer. I should have gone with that one, but I did not. So I may get that one later on, but I still do really like using that one. It works in the car, it works in my bathroom. I love, like, if I am scrolling, I'll just pin it to my mirror so that I'm not looking down. So I do like doing that because if I'm gonna scroll, I need to be looking straight ahead. And you do charge this, by the way. So for it to vacuum seal, you do have to charge it, which is kind of cool because you know that it works. And if it's fully charged, it is going to work. So I really do. That is a very good technology thing that I need in my life as a content creator that uses both cameras and my phone to film. Let's move on to makeup. I do actually have quite a bit of makeup this time. I do think this is because I post 2 videos a week now. The more that I post, the more that I film. So I like to have a somewhat of a beat face. So let's start with the first one, and that is going to be the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer. I really love this concealer because it is full coverage. I like it more than Tower 28, Pat McGrath, which is crazy, and the NARS Creamy Concealer. And that is because it is actually full coverage and it comes like this. I already swatched it, but you see how it dried down to that color? So I obviously have neutral undertones, and usually things are too yellowy or too orangey, and there's really no in between for me. So I have a hard time finding foundations and concealers. The NARS comes very close. I just wish the NARS had better coverage than it does. And I do feel like it creases too. Whereas this one is good. I will be buying the full size one very soon, but I just don't get orange from here. It definitely has a little bit of neutralness to it. It's still not as neutral as I would like for it to be, but it still does get the job done. The ideal color would be like a peach undertone, but I feel like that is never done. So if you have any recommendations, please leave a comment down below on like a good neutral concealer and foundation because I struggle. And don't say Fenty because I've tried Fenty and no. So the next one, can you guess? It is the MAC Chestnut Liquid Lipstick. It is called the Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color. And it took them way too long to come out with this. Way too long, years too long to come out with this. Because I feel like when everybody was coming out with a liquid lipstick, why weren't they putting this out? This is like the color of MAC. Cork and Chestnut are the colors of MAC. So why are we 10 years too late on this? I'm kind of glad that they came out with it now because nobody really knows about it and it hasn't been selling out. But yeah, I'm gonna need another one of these because this is the color that I've been waiting for. It's not too red. It's not too brown. It's perfect. It's perfect, but it's not super dry. I will say that. It's dry in a good way. I do feel like if you go overboard, it might cause some issues. The only downside I have of this is that you need to apply 2 layers because the first layer does come on streaky, so you'll have to add another layer over it. But that does not bother me that much because whatever, I'll just apply 2 layers. It's just pretty. It's the perfect brown girl brown lip color, and it always has been. Anyway, moving on. The next one is Glossier Cloud Paint in Coast. It's just this pretty bronzy color that I really like. I like Glossier's liquid blushes. I feel like they got it down with the liquid blushes. The brown does show up on me, but only in the wintertime. Once I tan, you cannot see this. Like I get a little bit of glow, but not that much. I do have it on right now and it's just right here. Yeah. So once summer comes, I'll probably have to apply an orange color, which I don't mind. I like an orange blush. But yeah, I've just been really liking this because I like how brown blush looks on me. Just gives me like that extra glow. That's really it for that one, but I love Glossier's cloud paints. They are great, and I feel like they need to come out with more colors just for fun. Like come out with a pretty blue just cuz, or a purple just cuz. Okay, so the last makeup item is the MILANI Make It Last setting spray. I have been buying this for years and I just now started getting this big size. I actually don't know when they started selling the big size, but I could go through the smaller one of this very quickly. But this, I needed to get the full size because I feel like you should just, if you find a setting spray that you really like, get the full size version. I would always go and get the Urban Decay setting spray, and I would always get the little one, and I'd run out after like 3 uses, maybe 4 uses. And I never bought the big one. And I always said like, I just need to go ahead and buy the big one. But there are 3 setting sprays that I will always have. I'll have the drugstore kind, the MILANI, and then the Urban Decay, and then the Charlotte Tilbury. And maybe the 4th one would be the one size. And I don't think you need the full size of the one size if you're not, you know, trying to have your makeup on all day long. Get the full size, because you know you're gonna use it. So just get the full size. And I always apply twice, so it just makes sense for me to have the full size version of setting sprays. The last 2 are just things that I have been liking. So I love the no lash makeup look. I have been loving seeing women do this look because lashes have gotten a bit out of control over the last few years. Like it's a look, but like every day, no. And then like not putting any mascara on, I love that. And it's kind of what I do. So some days I don't wear mascara, but some days I do. But it doesn't really matter because I don't really have lashes. So what I like to do personally is add just a little strip to my corner. I don't even think you can see this, but I just like to add a little strip. And it just gives me like definition, I guess. I don't know, or volume. I don't really know. But I just love how it looks on other people, especially people who normally wear lashes. It's just that good look. And I've been loving that trend so much. And I don't think we should all do it, but I still think it is a very pretty look. It's not necessarily clean girl. It's just, it's something so beautiful and natural about it. I don't know what it is and I can't explain it because I don't exactly like the clean girl aesthetic that much, but I love a good like naked lash for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I love it. And I think it's because some people just don't pull off like bushy lashes that well. And it's because most people don't choose the lash that works for their eye shape. That's really what it is. Like on me, when I do like the bold lashes, it looks good because I only buy 2 particular lash types, and that is the Lily Lash in Mykonos or this lash that I get off of Amazon. Those are the 2 styles that I buy, and I don't buy any others. Like I don't try other lashes unless I put the clusters on myself, but I don't even really do that anymore unless I'm just putting some in the outer corner. Okay, the last thing is a no drying off shower routine. So after you get out of the shower, don't dry off and just put a body oil on. So I've been using the OSEA Undaria Algae body oil. Gosh, that's a mouthful. And so far, I really like the results. I'm waiting for my skin to look just really glossy and sexy, but I've only done it twice now, so I can't really say that it's like doing amazing, but it does feel very good. It is weird to not dry off. I do dry off my feet, and I dry off like anywhere with crevices. So my chest, armpits, down there, all that, because you don't want to leave those places wet, especially your feet though, because your feet can get a fungus very easily. Let yourself air dry just a little bit and then add on the body oil. It does not have to be the OSEA body oil. You can use baby oil. You can use Moroccan oil. You can use a Saltaire body oil. I do believe they make a body oil. So yeah, just play around with your options and see. I think this trend is really going to take off. I normally do not buy into like these intricate shower routines, but I do think this one might change the way your body skin looks. And I can't wait to see if my skin starts to look really, really glowy. Anyway, that is it. My mouth is so dry and I'm so like tired now, but this was so much fun to film. I love doing favorites. We need to bring favorites back. I want to see more people do favorites. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.